the human race. We taking over, running Earth.
Virus 187.
Yo. Do we live in interesting times? Are the horsemen soon to arrive? Are there too many humans alive? Do we take too long to die? Should people retreat to their wild ways? Hunt game, harvest wild grain? Or should we rely on our brains and keep spaceship Earth in the fast lane? Has population growth gone insane? Or is it approaching a plane? Welcome to the great debate. What's at stake? Humankind's fate. What's one take? It'll all be fine. We'll get rich and have less kids over time. Another take? We're all gonna die! We won't make enough food to survive. Enter Thomas Malthus, horseman of the apocalypse. So who's the gloomy guy? Mr. Doom Times. It's a Brit from the population boom times. The Industrial Revolution tripled the population of Britain, cause we got medicine, refrigeration, we got Edison, vaccinations, the farms got mechanization, so population exploded like a bomb, because your mom's mom had 6 kids when she was living on a farm. But they didn't pass on their genes with the family, because they died of child mortality, when less than 2 of 3 lived to see 20, when we lacked medicine and nutrition aplenty. But then we were saved and made healthy. Death rates dropped with the help of technology. So your great-great-great-great-great-great-granny had a big, happy, healthy 8-person family. But Malthus predicted in this a tragedy, because mathematically the growth would be insanity. We breed like rabbits, but see, the death rate's massive decrease means population growth exponentially speeds up. People had to be stopped from having babies, cause we'd be ravaged by Malthus's catastrophes. The big 3 are war, famine, and disease. 3-headed beast. What are some examples of these? The Irish famine unleashed hell on earth, but due to the Malthusian theory, it was seen as a necessary purge. A check on the population surge. The Irish weren't thrilled by the neglect. For what it's worth, thinkers since their death have put Malthusian theory to the test. The demographic transition contradicts a lot of what Malthus was saying. See, Malthus assumed that people would reproduce long as they had enough food, they'd have a biblical brood, but just deduce how today that isn't true. What number sibling are you? 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, or 2? I could assume, unless you're Amish or Hebrew, you are only one of 1, 2, or 3 who came through the veil into a family of few. We have a new rule, the demographic transition, which takes the position populations downwind from the socio-cultural economic conditions such as standard of living, health status of women, urbanization, rising incomes. You see, as GDP goes up, fertility takes a nosedive. Liechtenstein women are just living the good life. 1.4 babies per woman to avoid strife. 5 kids just seems crazy to a working wife. Like, modern life is rife with reasons not to have kids. One is the simple fact of where we live. In cities it is tricky trying to give your kids what they need to get by and succeed. Expensive groceries, property, and pre-schools can just seem cruel with the entrance fees. Consequently, as we see development go up, we also see a pattern where the birth rate slows up, so much so it can go below what we must conceive just to see the population grow. What this means is that the population will shrink. Japan's already gray, forget the blue and pink, and think how this puts the economy on the brink. The workforce shrinks while social service payments expand. In Japan, it's out of hand. There's the herbivore man, an underemployed unmarried anime fan. Marriage rates are at their lowest since statistics began. So the problem of population in a rich country's not fertility, but what position we'd be in if we continue not to have kids, and how to balance this with the climate crisis. Although Malthus's disasters haven't really come true, because we now produce a hella stupid amount of food and medicine for saving the earth's billion poor. It's here where population will continue to soar. In Nigeria, the women still have well over 4 kids as Malthus says, curse knocking at the door. Don't ignore the Irish horror of the past. We must attack fast growth with compassion. Development causes the chain reaction that lowers birth rates, obliterating the haters from Malthus's day that let the Irish potato farmers meet their fate for a snake oil dream. It's really cream that creates conditions for us to be sustainable demographically through the next century. So I'll end with what the UN says we should try. Take forth this knowledge, for we multiply.